See, we gonna sit up here and we gonna be breaking down whoever this really is. Is this LeBron's era or is this Steph's era? I have my own thoughts about that. What's y'all thoughts on it out there in the audience? Uh, who do y'all believe this era really belongs to? Because most would say LeBron, but I have a strong argument against that. I mean, LeBron has uh, theoretically had the best career in this era, but if we're going about winning, if we're going about strictly about winning, uh, it might be something a little bit different. We might have to take a look at these stats and these numbers and crunch them and see where we really stand with this, because Steph has been a real big part of what's going on in the NBA as far as just the style of play. Hold on a second. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. But as I was saying, the style of play right now, everything. Steph has just been a real heavy influence on the game. I mean, you can see like you got teams that shooting 53 pointers a game. Like they telling them, hey, get the three up. If you don't get the three up, then man, we basically gonna lose. So that's a real big impact on the game. And also the fact that Steph is a winner. KD went there and also won with Steph. Draymond, Clay, the Golden State dynasty. They changed the game. It was kind of like uh, what's that? The greatest show on turf with the St. Louis Rams. The Golden State Warriors. They transformed the way that people played the game. Uh, they made bigs have to shoot threes. Everybody has to shoot threes now. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't believe every team should play that style of basketball because every team is not equipped to play that style of basketball. But that's what you got to deal with basically when you're dealing with the style of play nowadays. I mean, and Steph has been the greatest influence on that, I believe, because you got players on a random jacking up 30 and 40-foot three pointers that ain't got no business doing it, in my opinion. Like, and it makes the game a lot weaker. They say spacing and all this, but at the end of the day, it's no parity. It's the same thing. It's like a default all-star game. You just got players that's just uh steadily doing the same thing. Drive to the lane to kick it out for three. Shoot, it's either basically a layup or a three-pointer. There's no mid-range game. Michael Jordan killed in the mid-range game. Dwayne Wade killed in the mid-range game. Kobe Bryant killed in the mid-range game. Tim Duncan killed in the mid-range game. So it's like, what do they have to do now? Like, have they got so far away from the fundamentals of the game where it's to the point where people don't want to engage anymore because they want to blame it on the fans? And it's it's crazy because I don't believe it's the fans' fault because we tired of seeing the same old, same old. I mean, we don't have no dominant bigs in the game anymore. I mean, Jokic, what he does is, I mean, I guess it's dominant. I mean, because he's getting off. I mean, a 60-point triple double. You can't argue the numbers. He definitely getting his numbers and stuff in his stats, but as far as the big man that we used to seeing, the Shaqs, the Tim Duncans, the Rasheed Wallaces, players who had actually a post game who could put their back to the basket and they would throw the ball down into the post. You know what I'm saying? Play the game inside out instead of everybody playing run and gun, 3-point shooting. And they don't have the personnel for it. It's it's really asinine in my opinion because if you don't have the the equipment to play this way, the pieces to play this way, why would you try to play this way? But you know, like they say, a broke clock right twice a day. So a lot of these teams they win a game or two with the fool's gold of being able to shoot three after three after three, and then after that it washes out, and only the teams that's really built like that, like Golden State, you know, the Lakers shoot a lot of threes. Every team shoots a lot of threes. So whatever team you want to pick, that's up there toward the top of each league. Boston Celtics, they shoot the most threes. You're gonna get those teams, and those teams are the teams that's gonna be the leaders of the pack, because instead of teams playing their game, they always adjusting to try to be like this other team, and in my opinion, that's just backwards because you'll never develop your own playing style. You'll never get anywhere because you're always chasing and copying somebody else's style instead of looking at the pieces that you have on your team and developing a style of play that's conducive with the players that you have. If you got a bunch of bigger, slower players, you're not going to be running fast break basketball. But if you got a bunch of quicker, smaller players, you're going to want to push the tempo more. So that's where I believe the game has gotten away from just the basics because everybody wants to copy the Golden State Warriors success and shoot 3-pointers all the time. And like I say, they don't have the proper personnel to make that happen. And it's making for a bunch of sorry looking games when them 3-pointers not going in. It looks fun and stuff when all the 3-pointers go in, but when they ain't going in, then what? The game looks crappy. And then on top of that, you got to deal with the load managing. So, but that's a whole nother discussion and issue. I'm waiting on my guy, James. He going to be my co-host tonight on the first night doing a little basketball stream. We got the NBA playoffs coming soon. We going to be ready to, really get it in, we're going to really get it in because when the playoffs kick off, it's the best of the best. We got the play-in tournament. Then after the play-in tournament, we got our play-in tournament, and then we got the playoffs. And the playoffs, I don't care from which spot you sitting in as far as which team that you pulling for. The playoffs is always an exciting time of year, whether it's basketball, football, or baseball. That's when the best of the best, the teams that really put in that work and earn their way through the season, get to perform in the second season and, put all their hard work on the line. Do you want to go home or do you want to continue on to that ultimate goal? So we getting loaded up. That's why we, kicking off these live streams because I'm be coming here breaking these games down, giving my opinions on what's going on, and I'm gonna be bringing some of my friends along, on this journey as we build this channel up. We call ourselves Shot Clock Studios. I'm your boy E, and I'm in the studio. Let y'all know what's going on out here. But we definitely here to, just enjoy this atmosphere on YouTube, vibe with other sports creators. Yeah, I do watch them. Dreamers Pro has been one of my inspirations, been a follower of his and like his channel for a long time. You got Ticket TV out there. You got Two Raw, you know. You got Kwame Bus Life, Carcino. But yeah, we out here, and now we done joined the fray. I'm gonna throw my name in the hat. I'm out here. We're gonna break this sport thing down from a different perspective. Let y'all know how it go. And if my man could ever get his laptop going, I'll be patching him in 1 second. But while we patching him in, I wanted to see. Let me see here. Trying to get him patched in. While we trying to get him patched in. You want to use this old slow computer. Oh, hold on. I might have to go. Oh, I got to go over here. But I ain't tripping. But yeah, now as you guys see, I put up this little stat. Now we got LeBron in 21 seasons, 4 rings, and he's been swept 4 times in the playoffs. Then you got Steph, 15 seasons, 4 rings, never been swept. Now I want to ask my audience out there, which one do you feel is better? Hold on. Let's do this. Right, I'm gonna take that off. Okay, which one do you feel is better? I'm finna pull this up so you guys can see it right here. There we go. All right. So as you guys can see here, we got 21 seasons for LeBron, 4 rings. 15 seasons for Steph, 4 rings. 4 times swept, never been swept. My opinion on it, I'm gonna start going in a little bit until we get my guy in here. But I think Steph is arguably that this is his era. Because for one, Steph got drafted by Golden State, him, Draymond, and Clay, and he built from there. He didn't jump team from team. Like, he stuck it out there. I believe if whether he won or not, that Golden State was always going to be his one and only team and jersey that he wear. And that means a lot. Like, in my opinion, I don't even count the Washington years with Michael Jordan because he was trying to, he only came back because of a business deal to become part owner of the Washington Wizards. And a lot of people try to hold that against him to try to prop LeBron up. But Michael Jordan wasn't a team hopper. He did that just for the simple fact that he was trying to become part owner of the Washington Wizards. So I don't count that as a team hop like how LeBron has done from leaving from Cleveland, then forming a super team in Miami. And out of that super team, you only ended up getting 2 championships when you was talking about 7, 8 championships. Uh, so that that's a stain against them, and not only is it a stain against them, like the two championship, I mean the losses that you had in Miami. Oh, okay, I got my guy right here. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can get your volume right, brother.
Yeah, I was muted. I was just listening
See.
to you.
All right. Audio follow video now. Program. I can't hear you though.
My
My
fault. I was muted. So that way I ain't interrupt you.
trying to get this value where James C. Say something.
You can hear me?
No.
I'm unmuted now, so it should be working.
Say something now. No.
It's working?
I'm wondering if they can hear you on the stream, but I can't hear you. I got monitor on, but I'm not even hearing myself. Hold on. And I was just cooking too, bro. You can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Why I can't hear you? Let me see something. I hate to do it like this, but let me see. You can hear me? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to do it like this because I can hear you through my phone. I hate to do it like this, but let me see. But yeah, I'm over here cooking on this subject. Okay, I guess I'm gonna right here do it like this because I can hear you through my phone. This is my co-host right here, guys. My guy James. We here. We finna cook on who era do y'all believe this is? So,
It sound weird now
who
though.
era do you believe it is, James? Go ahead and cook for a second.
You hear me? It sound weird now though.
Guys. Guy James. We here. We finna cook on who era do y'all believe
Like
this
I can
is?
hear your playback.
So,
It sound weird now
who
though.
era do you believe it is, James? Go ahead and cook for a second.
You hear me? It sound weird now though.
Guys. Guy James. Damn. Oh, it sound weird.
Like I can hear your playback. Yeah.
Oh,
Like I hear
damn.
your playback and like it's like behind even.
I'm stopping my playback. Go ahead and cook.
You can hear me though?
It sound.
It's letting you hear me? No, I don't think I hear you. Yep, I don't hear you now. I mean, if you can hear me, it's cool, but I can't hear you no more. But I'll go ahead. I think it's I think if it's out of those two, I think it's Curry's era. I mean, and I think it boils down to something simple when you just look at the head-to-head matchup. I mean, Curry got 3 of his rings on LeBron's head. That right there if you can't beat somebody head to head, I mean, how can I put them above you? And
Can you hear
I
me
don't know. I
now?
think. Yep, I hear you now.
You hear me now?
I think. Yep.
All right, go ahead, cook.
Yeah. I just. I think. I think. I think Curry's more feared, and I think that he's. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from LeBron by saying this at all because obviously he's had a great impact on the game and he is one of the greats. But if you're gonna ask about the era, who I think it is, I mean, it's got to be Curry. You look, you go to any gym, who they all trying to play like.
Just look at the head-to-head matchup. I mean, Curry got 3 of his rings on LeBron's head. That's
37 right
that
now.
right there.
Obviously,
If
LeBron's
you can't
older,
beat
but
somebody head-to-head, I
I
mean,
don't
how
know.
can
This
I
addition
put
of
them
Jimmy
above you?
Butler to the Warriors, I think, is
Can you hear me
really
now?
unlocked Steph, and I think people are
Yep, I
really
hear
about
you
to
now.
see what he's actually really capable of
You hear me now? I
with
think.
someone who's actually going to
Yep.
take some pressure off of
All
him.
right,
I
go
mean,
ahead,
Clay
cook.
was Clay, but at the
But
same
yeah, I
time, when
just.
you're thinking about
I think.
it from a
I think
basketball
Curry's more
standpoint, Clay
feared,
is going to
and I
keep
and I think that
another wing
he's.
defender out at the top.
I mean, I don't want to take
The
anything away
dynamic
from
with
LeBron, but
Jimmy
I can't
is
because
playing in that post a
obviously
lot.
he's had a great
He's
impact
making
on
them
the
switches up top
game.
with a big on a guard
If you're
now
gonna
instead
ask
of guard
about
on
the
guard.
era, who
And
I think
I
if it's
mean,
out of those two, I think
you're
it's Curry
seeing it
era.
now.
I
It's
mean,
got Draymond
you
juiced
go to
up
any
on
gym,
defense. Steph lighting boys up now. He looks like he done, lost 5 years off his legs. And I don't see no sign of them slowing down right now. So just based off of that, I, I think it's Steph's era.
Oh no, man, that shit pissing me off.
I hear you now though.
Trying to get this volume right, man. I can't hear you
Yeah.
in my headphones for some reason. I don't know what's going on. You can hear me though, can't you?
Yo.
Yeah, I would have to say that it's Curry's era as well. I mean, when I look at the stats for the generation, you got, like I was saying, 21 seasons for LeBron and 4 rings. You got 15 seasons and 4 rings with Curry. LeBron done been swept 4 times in the playoffs. Curry ain't never been swept. And 3 of Curry's championships, if I'm correct, came off of LeBron head. So it's like, and the way that he influenced the game, LeBron has gifts that the average person doesn't have. LeBron is 6'8" and 260. You can't teach 6'8", 260. At the end of the day, it's like uh, the skill that Curry plays with as far as how he developed his shot and being able to implement that in the game has affected the game so much. And with the fact that he has a winning record against LeBron in the playoffs and 3 of his rings came from LeBron, I mean, I would have to say it's Curry era. And the bigger point that I was trying to get to when I brought this up, the bigger point I was trying to get to is that if Steph wins and Golden State win a championship this year, and he take Jimmy Butler to the promised land. Now Jimmy done been to the finals 3, 4 times and ain't been able to cash in. If Steph take Jimmy over to the promised land and get 5 chips, and this supposed to be LeBron era, I think it's over. I think that it'll be no question at that particular point. Like, forget trying to compare LeBron to Mike. LeBron ain't even better than the dude that's in his own era that took it to him and gave it to him. You know what I'm saying?
In the same time frame.
Uh, that's how I look at it. At the end of the day, uh, with that. Now, here, let me get back to. I'm gonna get back to my man's. So what you think about the points I just made on that?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it, man. If you think about it, I mean, a couple seasons in the beginning for Curry was spent out with injuries because them ankles was a little weak in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
he really done put in a lot of work in what 11 seasons. Um, Obviously, people could talk about them having the big three or whatever the whole time, but they got drafted there. It's not
I
like
don't
they teamed
understand
up and
what.
texted each other in the summer to join up and go somewhere. So I mean, you can't really hold that
Really, they
against
all
them.
trying to make
And
just look at the
and like
head-to-head
you said,
matchup.
and I touch
I
on it
mean,
again. Yeah, I mean,
Curry got three of his rings on LeBron's head.
swapping Jimmy out right
That's
there. That's
37
that's
right now. Right
that's a
there.
big one
Obviously,
right there,
LeBron.
man. I don't know. I you know weeks ago I called it in the group chat. I don't know. I thought they looked different once Jimmy got there. So um, I think that's I think really more of it is on the defensive end. I mean, you got Jimmy and Draymond together now. Them that's two dogs together, and that's two people that want to do whatever it takes to win. And at the end of the day, that's gonna really help them out when it's time to dig deep in them final rounds. So I don't know, but they who I think's finna take it all.
Off of that,
Yeah, with LeBron, as I was saying, this era was so heavily influenced by the 3 point shot that it to me it can't be nothing but Steph's era. And with his new support cast, with what Jimmy Butler done brought to the table with them and the way that they clicking, like if they beat Houston tonight, it's finna be, a problem. Like they just dog walk Denver, the Lakers, and then they come off and hit Houston in the head, and then the Lakers just hit OKC in the head. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, the playoffs is coming, and it's finna be, man, ratcheted up. That's why I said we got to get out here in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? To get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Put this point of view out because there's going to be a lot of content out here. Within the game that we trying to put out here. And put our 2 cents in and let people know. From a different perspective of the game. As I see the playoffs before we finna get up out of here, I see out the West. I was really like heavy OKC, but I'm thinking, man, Golden State, they looking so good and Steph looks so revitalized. Like it's hard to bet against them boys, and they got that experience like that. I'm not really big on the Lakers because I think the Lakers defense gonna fail them. I think the Lakers defense gonna fail them. I don't think that they gonna be able to hold up against a team like the Golden States or OKC or even a Denver. I think they offense gonna like do what they do, but they defense is lacking so much. LeBron damn near your biggest player. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to play him in the five and he don't play defense, so they really, scrapped out the East. I wanted Milwaukee to be able to challenge Boston, but I don't think it's gonna come down to Boston and Cleveland. The Knicks, I don't think they got it. Tom Thibodeau done ran them through the ground. He played starters too many minutes. So I'm thinking it's down to Cleveland and Boston. And I think Cleveland might got what it takes to knock Boston off this year. Boston ain't looked dominant, so what's your thoughts on the playoff picture?
I think we're gonna see a repeat of the Eastern Conference Finals from last year. That's what I think. I think my Pacers is surging at the right time. So nobody want to talk about them on the national front. I'll talk about them. Indy's hot right now. We real hot. And I also think Jason Tatum might be the most disrespected superstar in the league. I mean, when dude is on, he's a fucking problem. 6'9", can do anything. The step back is crazy. He got the post, and I mean, if you look at it, he don't even know what it's like to not go to an Eastern Conference Final. So I think Cleveland is the team that sticks out as like obviously they should be the ones to take it, but they're on a bad decline right now, and now's a bad time to be on a decline. We really want to be getting hot right now heading into the playoffs. And for me, the two hottest teams in the Eastern Conference right now is Boston and Indy. But I mean, Detroit gonna make some noise. They gonna play hard. Um, Obviously Milwaukee with Giannis heating up right now, he's capable of doing anything. So um, ultimately, though, I think Boston goes for a repeat, but I think the Warriors take them out. On the West, I don't know. I don't believe in OKC. I know they're good. I know they're really tough, but there's some about them that I don't know. I think when it comes time to dig deep in the trenches in the deep playoffs, they're not gonna have what it takes.
You think that
Especially
about
if they play the
OKC?
Lakers. Yeah, and it's nothing against SGA because I think he built for it. I think it's a couple of the other people they got. I think it'll end up just not being enough when it all slows down and gets clogged in the paint and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna give them problems. Um, and the only reason that I think if they play the Lakers, they in trouble is because if they go to Game 7, it's gonna be hard for them to put out Luka and LeBron. Like them motherfuckers on the Game 7 is gonna be
But
it's gonna be a tough out right there. So
I I feel you, but on some of that, but I don't see no way OKC could lose to the Lakers. The Lakers is entirely too small for OKC. You got to deal with Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren. I think they gonna go off. And then who gonna check Shea on the perimeter? See, you looking at the Lakers offense,
oh no, yeah, for
but
sure.
they ain't
Hey, he
checking
gonna get
Shea
there.
on.
That's why I
Come
said
on, man.
I'm
Shea gonna be dropping 40 a game on the Lakers, bro.
he gonna get after him. But I mean, you see this. They got waxed today though. They got waxed today. He ain't get no free throws. That's the only thing. Cause
Yeah.
you know they're not giving that in the playoffs. So like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't really got no issues with him and I don't got no question marks around him. But what is Chet really made of?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He came in talking he came in talking a lot.
I feel you, but
You
I
know what I'm
just don't
saying?
see nobody on the Lakers who gonna check him. Who Jackson Hayes?
Nah,
Hartenstein
nah.
is a hard hat dude. He bringing his lunch pail to work
He
every
is.
day.
He got that little floater. He be killing with that little
Yeah,
floater.
he
I
double
know it.
double every game against the
If
Lakers.
if if Rui Hachimura come to play, Lakers would be a tough one for him
So
because
what
if he
about
come to
Jalen
play, that's
Williams?
nah. They gonna play.
Oh
I'm just
yeah,
saying. You know what I'm saying? If Rui come and give you the 20 that you're not really expecting, which he should be doing, then you know what I'm saying?
but you got to think of the game that they gonna be playing. Like it ain't finna be no up tempo game like that because you know OKC gonna slow it
Yeah.
down. So it ain't 20 points gonna be out there for Rui to get. You got to think you
Mm,
got LeBron, Luca, and Austin Reeves. The trickle
yeah.
down ain't coming that
Hey,
hard where Rui gonna drop a dub too. I can't see
but
that.
see, Rui won't have to if Luca turns into Dallas Luca, it's a whole different conversation. But right now he's not that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's just fucked up mentally from what they were saying about him or what. But he's
I
not.
think he
He
can't
ain't
turn
that
into
killer right
Dallas
now.
Luca because when you think about Dallas Luca last year,
LeBron effect.
he had Gafford,
LeBron effect.
he had Lively behind him. So when, like they say, when he got blew by, he had rim protectors. He don't got no rim
Mm-hmm.
protectors in LA. Every time he get blew by, that's a layup or a dunk. LeBron ain't doing nothing but getting the fuck out the way.
Nah, you just gotta stop him on the other end.
Yeah, I mean, the way that Golden State played him, them and made sure that Luka had to come off and defend off of every
Yup.
switch, that's how people gonna attack him. How they gonna attack
They
LeBron
don't
too.
have to.
At the end of the day, LeBron 40 years old.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think
and that
I
stamina
that's
only
where I
gonna
think
last
it
so
that's where I
long,
think they fall short.
huh?
Yeah. I said that's where I think they ultimately gonna fall short. Cause I don't think he gonna have, them heroics he usually be having in the playoffs.
If he
I
have
don't
a
think
7 game
I mean,
series, the first round goes 7 games against their opponent, he ain't gonna be able to put together multiple 7 game series in one playoff
mm-mm,
run to no title.
mm-mm.
It's not. It's just not there. I don't think it's enough gas in the tank for him to do that.
Nah, it's tough.
Yeah,
It's a lot to
it's.
ask. That's why Luca gotta be a killer. He gotta be that dude that sent the Suns packing. If he's not that, it might be a
I
first
think
round exit for the
I
Lakers if
think
he's
he can
not
be
that.
that type of killer, but I don't I don't see him being able to do that with this Laker team as currently constructed like he did with Dallas because they so small. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they are.
They had defenders like Lively and Gafford didn't care about. All they needed was lobs and getting second chance points. That's all they cared about: defending, lobs, and second chance points. On the
Yep.
Lakers, they ain't got that. They got Jackson Hayes and he ain't nothing. They should
Yeah.
have signed
The
Dwight
only wing
Howard or
defender they
somebody.
really got is Dorian Finney-Smith.
Finney Smith
That's the only
small.
defender they really got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
they
just a
too.
wing defender.
I mean, I understand that Anthony Davis trade for Luca 110%, but people trying to act like they roster is constructed to win this year, and it's not.
Mm.
It's not. If that Mark Williams trade would have went through, they would have been a lot better and a lot better off. But
Yeah.
when that trade
Yeah.
got rescinded, that means you have no big men. AD is gone. You know what I'm saying? You got two players that basically play the same position in LeBron and Luca. And then Austin Reeves, when he go off, he basically play the same game that they play. You
Yep.
you know what I'm saying?
And
It's a redundant skill sets.
yeah, I mean, to be honest though, that's what LeBron like to do though. I mean, the GM, that's what he do. He picked them. He like to have them certain style players around him, but they ain't really. He ain't got the kick out knockdown shooters he used to have. And
No, he
that's
don't.
that's what's really fucking about. He ain't got them Mike Millers and Ray Allens no more. They ain't them. They ain't there. And that's what's hurting him. Even in Boobie Gibson's, ain't no Boobie Gibson.
Yeah,
So
they ain't. I mean, they got knockdown shooters. I can't say nothing about their offense. But like I say, that defense with the Lakers is really what I know that's gonna bite them. And by them being small, I believe OKC is gonna punish them on the inside.
yeah.
That's what I would do, slow the game down, and we're gonna punish y'all down low. You know,
What I will say about the Lakers though
uh,
is JJ Redick is a motherfucker. He got a hell of a mind, and I think that gives him a little bit of advantage versus some people because some of these coaches,
I'm
you know what
still
I'm
not
saying.
sold on JJ
But
Redick, bro.
I, I actually like JJ Redick more as like a analyst than I did as a player.
For real.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I like
as
that
an
he's not soft.
analyst,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I like he was cool as an analyst. But that smug attitude with me just
Yeah, I
it
mean he
don't
got that
sit right
little
with me.
little dickheadish type shit. Yeah, I definitely feel that. But nah, he kind of got that old school feel to it, which I like. But he's still down to put the new school to it. They still get the threes up, but he's like, nah, we're gonna play defense. Because he know even though they can't, but he know that that's where it's got to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
think his
he be
assistant
talking about it. You
coaches,
hear all the shit he talking about. Yeah,
I think his assistant coaches really help him out a lot with that. As far as the scheming and defense, because he's
mm,
a first year coach that ain't
yeah,
never done this before, and like I say, I wasn't sold on him. I can't believe how he ended up becoming the coach like that. Like
Oh, that podcast definitely helped him get that.
hell yeah.
That
So
definitely helped him get
now
that.
you see who he podcasted with now, don't you? Steve
Yup, Steve
Nash.
Nash.
So who he gonna go coach? Hey, look, let JJ
They
fuck
gonna
up
be
next
they
year.
gonna be
Look,
Kyrie.
Steve Nash gonna
Yep,
be off
they
in
gonna
that
have
thing.
another one.
That shit gonna be crazy. Did you watch the college yesterday?
uh, yeah,
Yeah, Houston
I
came
did.
back on Duke like that, man, and dropped Cooper, man. I was like, damn, Coop. Now it's Florida and Houston tomorrow night. Who you got?
Hey, man.
Buddy from Florida. I
I,
don't know his name. He the truth though.
hey man, Walter Clayton Jr. Man, listen,
Yeah.
listen. I know everybody. Look, I know what Cooper Flag is. I know it. I know what he is. All right, but that's the most NBA ready motherfucker in college basketball right now by a
What
mile.
is he, Camp Jr., a point or a two guard?
He a point.
Point.
He one of them scoring points. I mean, he Jamal Murray, but I like his game more than Jamal Murray's.
Okay.
I think he's I think he's more of a killer than Jamal Murray is. And I mean, I don't know.
Jamal Murray
Every
too
time I've seen this
inconsistent
dude,
to me. Like sometimes
oh
he'll step his game up. Like when he went in on the Lakers, like he'll
yeah,
go in, but then he'll give you that one game, and then he'll give you 8 points and 3 assists the next game, and you could tell him that he totally wasn't in the game. That's what I don't particularly like about Jamal Murray game. But like when he going, hey, he get it in. He gets it in.
yeah, he get buckets. I'll say every game I watched with Walter Clayton Jr. Whenever they needed some shit to happen, he made it happen.
Oh
So
yeah,
I give him that. I mean, dude, Clutch Gene is man on Hall of Fame.
what?
Hall of Fame.
I
Oh
ain't been
yeah.
able to.
I
I
mean,
hadn't followed college that hard this year, but
yeah. What was it? The game versus the game in the Elite Eight. Man, he caught that rebound, took that shit right out to the three, turned around and shot that little turnaround three. Bro, he was acting like he was at the Wild playing pickup to 21, bro.
splash.
When we hit that, I was like, okay, yeah, this dude different. He don't give a fuck. He
Yeah,
don't
see,
care.
that's
He don't care.
that's what the league need, man. That's one thing that I kind of been waiting for. I don't under. I mean, I do understand it. I think LeBron made the league so soft that I can't wait till he retire. I think the league gonna change up then because it's gonna have to re-identify itself. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep going back to the default. LeBron is the face of the league. Like it's time for him to go.
it's
Like he
no
done
blemish shit, man.
overstayed his welcome, kind of basically, in my opinion. I know LeBron fans probably looking at this like, oh, he's a hater, but to me, it just diminished his legacy even more every year he play more, and he still ain't gonna win another chip. You see what I'm saying? Like now is he done had 21 seasons to Mike 15 seasons. What he gonna play 23 seasons and still only have 4 chips? What's the percentage on that? You played 23 years and you only got 4 chips. Mike got
Mm.
6 and 15. And really, he got 6 in a 7 year span. God damn it. He could have called it quits after that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like that's why I say I
And
think
I
it
mean,
diminishes. I think he using the longevity argument and trying to pile on with the longevity argument to add to his uh case for the GOAT record. But I think it takes away because not only you putting good stuff with it, but the bad stuff come with it too. Like you the person who done missed the most shots in ever in NBA history. You gonna be the person with the most turnovers in NBA history. Just like you got the most points. It's two sides to that coin by you staying around for so long. And it diminishes your winning because I don't believe that he can carry no team to no title, no matter what juice he on. Uh, and the Lakers ain't there right now. What unless he gonna leave in free agency in the offseason and go to I would like to see him with the Knicks. If you want to just be a mercenary, go ahead, join up with the Knicks. They ain't got to get rid of none of their personnel. They got people that could come in behind you like Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart that play defense. I think that'd be a perfect situation for LeBron to win it to just go somewhere and where you can get a title in one season. If I was Cleveland, I wouldn't. I don't think Cleveland gonna mess with him like that though.
Mm-hmm.
I
Nah, they done.
wouldn't if I was.
We burnt that bridge.
Yeah, he burnt that bridge with the owner twice.
Yep.
Bro, boy, that motherfucker, man. So
He
who's
don't give a
I ain't
fuck.
even ever get a chance to chop it up with you about the LeBron Stephen A. Little kerfuffle. What you thought about
Hey
that?
man, I seen like I feel them both.
Uh huh.
I feel them both. But like Brown knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it was
Like
staged.
even if even if you ain't try to make it a big thing like you say, you knew what the fuck was finna happen. You LeBron, bro. You can't go there up to nobody on the court and they finna see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if you go up to Stephen A, they gonna immediately be on it. So I thought I thought he was petty for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that he was doing LeBron shit and writing the narrative himself. You know what I'm saying? Making sure he's leading what they gonna say about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stephen A. was definitely using it to his advantage to get out there and talk about it and shit.
It,
But I think I seen a video today. Somebody was doing some research on if LeBron was at the Kobe Memorial and he wasn't.
he
So I
wasn't.
mean,
Yeah.
it ain't like Stephen A. lying.
Pablo Mendez.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Now, my take on the Stephen A. LeBron thing is more, for one, it was contrived through the gate because it was a camera right there, and he knew he wasn't finna do nothing to no Stephen A. And then for what he said on the Pat McAfee show, like I had to protect my damn house and my teammates. Where was all this energy for Russell Westbrook? What was all this energy for Anthony Davis when the fans was getting on him? What was all this energy, for Chris Bosh? You know what I'm saying?
J.R. Smith.
All of the D'Angelo Russell, all of the other players that done got thrown under the bus. Playing with LeBron literally cost Russell Westbrook probably $100 million. He went
Yep.
from
And
a
look at him
max
now.
player to the veterans minimum damn near fucking with LeBron.
Yep.
And
Bro,
for him to say he
people think I'm a
protect
hater when I say LeBron's a
players,
superstar killer.
huh?
I said people think I'm a hater when I say LeBron's a superstar killer, but he really is.
He is. He a superstar killer
Who
and a
has ever
coach
became
killer.
a bigger star when they went with LeBron? No one.
Yeah.
No one.
And what's gonna happen, what I could see happening with this Luka issue in LA, because LeBron, he's still working behind the scenes and he not letting the reins go of that team like that. And you could see he's steadily trying to outshine Luka, and his fans is on that blaming Luka shit. I could see them pushing Luka out of LA and Luka going signing with a different team because he gonna be a straight free agent. The Lakers can't pay him more money than
Yeah.
any other team. He can get the max money from any team he go to since the Dallas traded him. He lost that 122 already. That extra 122 million he could have got by being with the team that originally
And now he
drafted him.
about to get income tax. He ain't even used to that.
Yeah,
So he losing extra.
yeah. That that
Yeah.
I think it's a good possibility that the Bronsexuals run Luca out of LA this offseason. And if they do that, mean
Imagine he go back to
basically
Dallas.
you gave up AD for half a season of Luca. Bro, do you know how that shit will play? Woo!
Boy, if he go back to Dallas.
Ooh! Ah,
Oh, man.
that'd be wicked. That
It'd be sick.
hey, what that's crazy work right there.
It'd be
If
sick.
Lucas say, but I mean I couldn't see him going back to Dallas. They put too much shit out there
Yeah,
on him.
they
Unless it
blew
was
it.
an overlay for the underplay through the gate, and Luca had to be
Hey,
know about it. Like, yeah, we gonna have to throw you under the bus on this one, B, so we can get AD, and then you can leave from them, come back to us, and you Kyrie and AD.
go enjoy LA for about 4 months. Come on back,
Come
dog.
on back, yeah, cause that's why don't nobody want to play with LeBron though. Klay Thompson, all them they last year, they man, I'm not finna go up there and be dude scapegoat.
Nah, everything I fucking do be scrutinized. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
and
Fuck.
it Kyrie hit the game winning shot for that championship. They don't give him no credit for that shit. That's LeBron
All they talk
championship.
about is the blocks.
Yeah,
All they talk about is the block.
yeah, and it's amazing to me how LeBron gets all of the praise when they win, but when they lose, he get to looking for motherfuckers to throw that shit off on. Like when he on that podcast, how he said it was the supporting players why they didn't win that chip in Miami. I'm glad what Eddie Jones say. He say I wasn't on the court in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? We gave up them leads. I ain't averaged no
Yep.
6 points in the fourth quarter. I wasn't even out there.
Ain't go scoreless versus Dallas in the fourth.
Man,
Let JJ Barrera and Sean Marion get off on their ass.
hey, that that dude, what happened against
Yeah.
Dallas, he needed his ass whooped for that. Like real shit. Like how you gonna call yourself the GOAT and you literally only scored? He was averaging like what, like 16 points a game or some shit in that Dallas series.
Fake cramps versus Spurs.
Man,
Yeah.
that that
Yeah.
showed me that he wasn't cut out that type of cloth like Mike and Kobe. Because when he remember they kept giving him the ball and he kept kicking that bitch to somebody else. Like, I don't want this motherfucker. He was playing hot potato with that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Yep.
man,
And
he don't want that
motherfuckers
smoke
don't
at
even put
all.
respect on Larry Hughes' name. Larry Hughes was a bucket. People
They
gonna act like Larry Hughes wasn't shit versus LeBron.
right. And for him to
And
like
Zadrunas
give up the
Ilgauskas
ball
was
like that,
ahead of his time.
huh?
I said, and Zadrunas Ilgauskas was ahead of his time,
Oh
really.
hell yeah, Big Z.
And
But
motherfuckers gonna act like he wasn't nothing because of LeBron. It's just
bruh,
crazy.
that's another thing. Like everybody that he played with was ass. They try to make Michael Jordan look like he was part of super teams. Every player that Mike had, except for Dennis Rodman, basically got drafted by the Bulls. But they tell you, you ask them, they'll say Luke Longley was damn near Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
But Scottie Pippen was like the highest scoring teammate he had. And man averaged 16 for his career in the playoffs. It wasn't like he was getting a whole bunch.
right. And like I tell people, I'm like, they try to put out, oh, Scotty was this, Scotty was that. Scotty was cool, believe me. I was there all of the years. I'm from Chicago. I was there all of the years when Scotty fell short. When Scotty
Mm-hmm.
was getting punked by Detroit. Oh, I got a migraine. My back hurt. Like Mike had to really, hey, buck up, let's go. But once he turned Scotty on, oh, we out of here. Scotty wasn't no punk no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's I think LeBron, that would have been cool if if he'd have came up on the mic. Mike could have turned him on. Mike could have really turned him on. But LeBron,
Yeah, if he, like people always talk about that mindset ain't nothing, but I'm telling you, man, if that big motherfucker had that mindset with his IQ and his skill and all that, shit,
that
shit,
mindset, bro, like
it go a long way.
he don't got that mindset, bro. He don't got that killer instinct about him at all. Like he too jovial. Like Mike and Kobe literally wanted to rip your heart out your chest. Like, and you knew that coming in, like, hey, this dude finna go full bore. That's why I think LeBron be being cool with all these other players so they like don't like you play harder against somebody you don't like. You know what I'm saying? If me and you cool and we hoop it, like I might let you go and get that little layup so you get off so you could, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of the politics that go with even basketball. Like now all of a sudden Bronny
Hmm.
dropping 30 points and all this shit because now they basically removed everybody good off the team so he could shoot 30 times a game. You know what I'm saying? Like they know how to trick the stats and trick the books to make you look good. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like they'll put you on the Washington Wizards and tell you, hey, you can shoot the ball 35 times a game. Shit, you can average a dub. You know what I'm saying? Like
Easy,
if you a bum, you
easy.
can average a dub. It's it's
There you
crazy.
go.
Hey, I want to ask you about this. You able to see the screen?
Yeah, I see. It's us right now on there.
All right. I'm I'm finna put this up there and what you think about this. Hold on. Let me put this on 4, I think. No, 3. Yeah. What you think about that?
Okay,
Who had the bigger night? Steph or Jokic?
that's a nice Steph at 12 threes, ain't it?
Yeah, he had 52 points. I don't know if it come up in real time. I put the banner up there, but he had
8
52
boards
points,
or 10 boards.
10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 5 steals. And Jokic had 61, 10 assists, and 11 rebounds. Who you think had the bigger night?
Man, they both went crazy.
Yeah, they
They both
both did go bananas.
they both went fucking nuts. Damn. I hate to choose one because it makes it seem like I'm downplaying the other one.
You got to pick
I
one
would,
though.
man, I'm gonna say Steph
All right.
just because I think it's harder to play the point guard position than it is the big man position in today's game.
I can give you that and see that because Steph probably run 20 miles a game coming off of picks.
That dude don't stop.
Nah, he don't stop. Now,
But like that 61 point triple double though is crazy.
crazy. That's why I say
It's
now me coming from
crazy.
the other side trying to give a different perspective on 61 points for a center.
It's
That's
crazy.
bananas right there. And just the
With 10
assists,
assists.
like Jokic, he's some he's some he like a unicorn though. I really wonder how his game would translate in today's sport. I mean in today's game.
Yeah, I think Jokic be fine in the older eras. I don't know if he would do that. 61-point triple double,
Uh huh.
but he would get his just because it's the fundamentals. It's man, I was talking about with my homies years ago. I said the Europeans was on their way because over here we done got so far away from the fucking fundamentals that the game is catching up to us. At the end of the day, you got to keep it about the fundamentals. I mean, that's what it all boils down to. And I mean, if you look at his game, that's all he doing. He's just killing boys with pump fake, pass fakes, and pivots, and up and unders.
Yeah,
None of that.
it's the
It ain't like he's out
basics.
here. Yeah, it's all basics. Like you go and watch him, he's somebody with pump fake, and he'll do like two up and under pump fakes
In
with some
my
half
opinion,
spins
he
and shit,
like
and
a
then go
poor
up.
man's Tim Duncan, but with
Yeah,
better passing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think Tim Duncan was a better rebounder. I think Tim Duncan was tougher than him. Uh, I wonder how he would fare in that generation though. That's what I would like to see, like him playing in the era where he had to play against like Shaq, Alonzo Mourne, and uh, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Rasheed Wallace, Marcus Camby.
Hey,
We
that's a
had
name that
some
don't
we
get enough
had some
respect
bigs
right
back
there.
then.
That's a name that don't get respect right there.
Who?
Rashid.
Oh man, they better put some
Rashid,
respect on Rasheed Wallace' name. Hey Chad, if y'all put
man.
some respect on Sheed name, man, hey, drop a thumbs up in the comments right there. Cause if y'all don't know about Sheed Wallace, that's why I used to always hoop in the black Air Force Ones. Cause it's time to go to work.
Man, man,
That's my man
man.
now, boy. He was a dog in Portland and he was a dog in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Oh yeah.
him.
Oh yeah. I think the Big's athleticism though would hurt him back then.
Yeah, that's why I
Because as
think
much as they would,
Jokic.
that's the only thing I think it would hurt him. Like he's so fundamentally sound that he can take advantage of these athletic
I
dudes because
think
they jumping for
I
everything.
think
But back then they
the
wasn't jumping for everything.
they athleticism back then, but you got to think they was a lot more fundamentally sound back then too, though.
Hmm.
I think the
That's what
thing
that's what
that
I'm
will
saying.
hurt.
That's why I think the athleticism hurt him. Then
I think the thing that will hurt
it would
Jokic
hurt
most
Jokic.
though is the era and the coaching of that era. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because they wouldn't let him play the way he
It's more
played
focus on the big man.
now back then. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't let
Yeah.
him play like point center back in the 90s. Like, no, get a ball to the point guard. We finna put you on the block and we're gonna throw it down to you. You gonna do your thing right there. No, we don't want you shooting no threes like that. I think his game would be more impeded by coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they wouldn't let him
Coaching
do,
can make him Chris Kaman real quick.
huh?
I said coaching can make him Chris Kaman real quick.
Hell yeah. Because they was not gonna in the just thinking 99 if he would have been playing on the Lakers or the Bulls, like, hold on, so we gonna take the ball out of Mike hands or whoever our guard hands and let this slow ass center run up the court with it and set screens for him and let him shoot threes and play the perimeter. Not gonna happen. Coaching would have stopped all of that.
Hmm.
I think the coaching would have shut all of that down. You know.
That's a fact.
But guys, we gonna be trying to bring this funk to y'all on a regular basis. This my guy right here. Uh, hold on, let me get it back on the screen here. My guy
That's technical
James.
difficulties in it too, but
Put put
I'll be
these
ready to go next
put
time.
these names up here. My guy James C. I'm Eric B. You know, this is Shot Clock Studios, and we out of this thing.